Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the third and final segment on Palladium Books, World Book number 11, Eastern Territory. Today, we're going to talk about one of the permanent towns in the Eastern Territory, which is the Glade. Now, why are we talking about it? Well, I've said before, because it has its own resident Millennium Tree. And I wanted to see how the SDC version of Millennium Tree compares to the MDC version of Millennium Tree that I went over a couple months ago in Rifts. So let's see how it works right now. First, we're going to go over what the Glade is. As you can probably tell from the population, it is not a big town.
And it's mostly filled with fairies. Forget that, I'm out.
And it's mostly filled with fairies. So I wouldn't say a town so much as a hippie commune.
What the hell is a wind puff?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's a kind of fairy, I guess. A fairy subvariant. Whatever. They got a bear man. They have a couple of Kankoran, some Emeralds, 6 Wolfen. Awesome. So this town exists only because of the Millennium Tree. They actually live in the tree, which is the safest place to be on this damn planet because Millennium Tree is alive, highly magical, and will defend itself as necessary.
And they let people dig into them?
No. The Millennium Tree actually forms itself into homes.
Oh,
Not
okay,
like, angular houses, but like more of the nature-looking homes.
I got you.
And stuff like that. Yeah. They're situated at the base of the Shattered Mountains within the tangled western forests of the Disputed Lands. Glade is a haven of peace and serenity in a mist of sea of danger. Here, members of a dozen races live harmoniously within the Palladium version of Shangri-La. At the heart of the settlement is the immense 800-foot magical Tree of Life, its leafy canopy stretching half a mile wide. Sheltered atop its tree's highway-sized limbs rest the homes of the people of the Glade. The tree's height, together with its innate magical abilities, keep the residents of Glade safe and content with time to devote to art, botany, and the care of the tree and the land around it. Like I said, hippies. When you have a people who are absolutely protected, they go and become degenerates. That's what happens. So it's all art, probably made with poop.
Oh, God.
And just, growing probably drugs.
Well, and they want to keep that cush accommodation, so they'll take care of the tree too.
Exactly. So they take care of the tree because the tree takes care of them. The Tree of Life is a rare creature known as the Millennium Tree. It is one of the largest and certainly most powerful living beings on Palladium. Though short when compared to its cousins on other worlds that go over 10,000 feet tall, it stands sentinel over the forests of the Disputed Lands. A mirage-like apparition of wondrous splendor and power seen by all at a distance and yet somehow impossible to actually find by more than a select few. Here's the deal. This Millennium Tree has a Dragonlance type ability where within 20 miles of it has complete control of almost complete control of your perception, which means you think you're heading toward it. You're not. You're heading away. You're just right angling. You'll never actually get there.
It's a Millennium Tree of Wayreth.
Exactly. It is a dilemma of you can't get there from here. Now, you have to make saving throws all the time. If you make enough saving throws, you will get to the tree. But these saving throws are like against high power level. You got to roll 18 or higher or some nonsense like that. It's crazy. It's crazy. This tree protects itself very well. Just because of that. There's a problem, though. Now, I'm going to get into the powers of the tree, which are very similar to the powers of Rift's world Millennium Trees. But this one has a problem. Right after the Age of Chaos, an Archmage came to this place and planted this tree to symbolize the victory against the Old Ones. Awesome. Back then, magic was stronger than it is now. As magic waned, the tree got less and less nourishment. Even though it was on the intersection of 5 ley lines. It's on a nexus point. But magic is low enough now to where the tree's growth is stunted. Remember, it's only 800 feet tall. It should be at least 1,000. So it's devised a couple of ways to keep itself alive. First way, it drains PPE from the 20-mile radius environment, which means if you're a spellcaster or have PPE in your body, it will drain it at like 1 or 2 per hour until you're down to 1. So casting spells, that's not viable after a while. But that's not enough to keep the Millennium Tree alive. It's not enough. So what the tree did, it dug deeper into the earth to try and find more PPE. And what did it find? It found the resting place of that old one we were talking about in last episode.
Oh, no.
So even behind 12 layers or more of magical warding, the old one's magic, PPE, is still bleeding into the earth.
So that Archmage in his brilliance, we defeated the thing right here. Let's plant this mega tree right here.
No, to be fair, all of the old ones are inside, right? So, if you plant it anywhere, you're going to hit somebody.
Okay, go into the core of the planet?
Yeah, well, toward the center, yeah. But not the absolute core, but, down pretty far. But magic was high enough back then to where it would not have mattered. The tree would be fine. The Archmage did not think that magic would get this low. So it wasn't any danger. Didn't even think of it. But anyway, so the roots can now feel this power coming off of this old one and started absorbing the power it was emanating to feed itself. This has caused some problems. The forest around the Millennium Tree has started to distort. The Millennium Tree itself has started to get a little more, I don't want to say angry, but is a little more violent than usual.
I'm getting Bloodwood vibes.
You're getting Bloodwood vibes, and you should keep those vibes handy because that's exactly what seems to be happening. As a matter of fact, this Millennium Tree can do something Rift's Millennium Trees cannot do. It can create an avatar of itself, a humanoid avatar to walk around and experience life as a humanoid. And to protect its area from, physical invaders. And this thing is strong. It is strong. We can get some of where are we at? Tree of Life. It had its main body is 50,000 SDC and regenerates 2d6 times 1,000 per hour.
Okay.
So cutting it down is like good luck, man. The Avatar Tree of Life. Hit point 600, natural armor rating 16, SDC 800. Those are not rookie numbers. No. This thing is strong. Physical strength of 30. Yeah. It's doing some damage too. And it can cast all spells known by the Tree of Life at 10th level, which is basically all of them. Can heal itself with 25 hit points and 25 SDC twice per hour. Regenerates 1d6 times 10 SVP per hour by itself. All right. So it's tough. It can handle most threats on its own. But like I said, it's absorbing the power of an old one. It's getting a little mean. Little bit mean. So it's a little more apt to go to violence as the solution. Now, how is this going to pan out over the next thousands of years? Probably badly. Bad.
Yeah, we'll invent chainsaws by then.
Maybe so, but even chainsaws wouldn't cut it enough. It's big.
Oh.
But here's the problem. Here's the problem that can happen. If the magic of this world wanes even further, that means the tree, to keep itself alive, must actually start draining the wards on the prison of the old one. This is a damn catastrophe. And it's scrupulous now. Now it would not do that even to save its own life. That is crazy. That's crazy town. No one would do that except if the tree is mentally polluted enough. its own life will be more important than the life of the world. And then it would start draining the wards.
So basically, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Exactly. Yes. It's a matter of when. The only thing that will save this planet and keep the old one, because if one old one gets out, the rest of them are getting out. That's it. It's a chain reaction. It's dominoes. They're falling. If the general magic in this world does not increase, the old ones will get out. No, you don't know that for sure. Well, pretty sure. Yeah. The tree is going to do it. It's going to do it. And it's going to suck. But that is the Glades. Or just Glades. This book really made a thing about not putting the in front of Glades, just Glades. That's dumb.
Well, you didn't want to say going to the Glade, right?
True. Fair enough.
That never happens. Well, somebody was talking earlier about Kevin keeps putting 2 L's in Paladin. Maybe that's the Palladium Paladin.
Yes, Palladium Paladins have 2 L's, man. Don't you know? Jeez, that's crazy. All right, what do we have for comments?
I just starred one. I don't know why, but in our playgroup, Eastern Territory always represented a fantastical fairy tale version of England and its Tolkien type of mythology.
Well, there are a lot of roving fairies there and, magical creatures, but many more, orcs and ogres and giants and all that stuff because, it is the Wild West. It is an uncivilized land. Any place that doesn't have a town has no rules. It's rules of the jungle.
That's all I starred.
Okay. Yeah, and that is it. So if you're interested in it and you watched all this stuff, then please get the book. You can get it through several areas, through Drive-Thru RPG, but I recommend going to the Palladium store, getting it there.
Yeah, by the way, if you saw those typos, those are definitely
because of the transfer to PDF.
Yes.
Yeah, the real book is not going to have that, and anything you buy off Palladium or Drive-Thru RPG will most likely have this fixed. This is an old copy I got from somewhere, so this wasn't fixed. But if you like it, then please go ahead and buy it. Put it in your campaign. Just remember, for God's sake, the Danzi do not mess around with gods and supernatural creatures. If your game master has them doing so, leave the table. He's a bad man or woman. He's a bad game master. He's only going to cause you pain. Okay, that's all.
And with that, subscribe, and share. Share to spread I was going to say the lack of pain, but it's like saying share the spread of lack of cold. No, you can't do that. Anyway, subscribe, share. There's no pain here. We love you. Have a great day.